Welcome back to the channel, guys. Just want to talk about the fight just went on last weekend. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubanks. Conor Benn's career, in my eyes, has been shit. Conor Benn has been getting away with loads of shit fights. No English titles, no British World titles, no Commonwealth titles, no European titles, no world titles. Yeah? What is he achieving in boxing? He's been fighting loads of fucking tomato cans and garbage cans. Conor Benn has been a privileged silver spoon kid. He's been protected by Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has matched him up with fucking loads of fucking shit opponents. Especially a guy like fucking Peter Dobson. Peter Dobson's a fucking fighter Conor Benn went 12 rounds with. He went life and death with Peter Dobson. A guy who nobody ever heard of. A guy who's nobody ever heard of. Peter Dobson should have got wiped out within the first 6 rounds. But Conor Benn's gone life and death with him. Like, come on, guys, man. I knew Conor Benn was a fraud. Like, he's been cotton wrapped since he was a fucking kid. He's been protected by his father and fucking Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is always gassing up and like chatting shit about how great Conor Benn is, and Conor Benn will take off Chris Eubanks' head off in the first couple of rounds. Like, come on, man. I saw through that. Because I looked at Conor Benn's career. I've looked at his resume. I've done my homework. I'm not no casual who just watch boxing now and then. Yeah? I've been watching boxing. I watch boxing frequently. Yeah? And Conor Benn's career has been shit. He's been protected by his father. Like, Chris Eubanks had a better opposition than Conor Benn. Conor Benn, he's just a fucking show pony. Conor Benn is just a show pony. He ain't done nothing in his whole career. I'm not trying to slander Conor Benn's career, but me, I like to go for people who has good resume on their record. And Conor Benn is not one of them at all. Yeah, Conor Benn is being hyped up by the media and his fucking promoter, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, because Eddie Hearn is good at hyping. Yeah, I give it to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is good at hyping his fighters. But Conor Benn, yeah, he's no match up towards Chris Eubanks. I knew that. Chris Eubanks is fought better opposition than Conor Benn. Chris Eubanks has better fights than Conor Benn. Now, back to the fight now. This put joy in my face when I saw Conor Eubanks show up to show support to Chris Eubanks Jr. This what put a big smile on my face when I saw Conor Eubanks turn up. When it came to the fight now, Conor Benn had an awkward wide stance, looping shots, throwing his shots from far away, tripping over his shots, didn't really know what he was really doing. He was kind of like desperate in the fight, trying to just go for the knockout. Like, he wasn't really targeting Chris Eubanks' body. Chris Eubanks was just using his jab and using his range to keep control of the distance. During the fight, Conor Benn did stun Chris Eubanks a few times during the fight, but Chris Eubanks got a good jaw and kept eating every single shot what Conor Benn was coming through. Then Chris Eubanks started firing back, started whacking him with the shot and getting him with the jab. Chris Eubanks kept control and gave him good uppercuts throughout the whole fight. Eubanks' uppercut was the most effective thing in the whole fight. The uppercut and the left hook especially. Then it came to the championship round where Chris Eubanks decides to push Conor Benn up back onto the ropes. Chris Eubanks managed to get a cut, I think, during the 10th fight. Then when it came to the end of the fight, Chris Eubanks put his gas on the foot and started backing Conor Benn up back onto the ropes. Then he started giving big shots, left hooks, pushing Conor Benn back onto the ropes, and it was just a slug fight on the ropes. It got to the last one where Chris Eubanks left everything in that ring. He said, you know what, fuck it. I would rather die in this ring than lose this fight. And it went to the end of the fight where Chris Eubanks win by victorious decision. This is what greatness is. Chris Eubanks putting that work in. They tried to break Chris Eubanks with this stupid rehydration clause, but this rehydration clause didn't break Chris Eubanks. Now back to Conor Benn now. Conor Benn has not done anything in his career. He's been protected. Silver spoon boy. He's been protected. Like, I've looked at Conor Benn's resume and I watch boxing frequently, guys. And I'm telling you guys, Conor Benn ain't fought no one. He's talking about having a rematch with fucking Chris Eubanks. What Conor Benn needs to go and do is go and fight Jerome Boots Ernest, who's at 147, yeah, who is the champion at his own division. But Conor Benn don't want to do that. He's becoming like he wants to be a YouTube fighter now. If not Jerome Boots Ernest, he needs to fight Josh Kelly, because he was meant to fight Josh Kelly 2 years ago. But yeah, man. But Chris Eubanks boxed perfectly throughout this whole fight. Chris Eubanks had a lot of volume. Chris Eubanks put in the most punch effort in, because Conor Benn, all he was trying to do is target Chris Eubanks' head. It was just looking. He's a headhunter. He didn't have no skills. He was ducking and weaving and trying to do a lot. But it wasn't impressing me. Do you know what I mean? Because Chris Eubanks has seen it all and done it all. Chris Eubanks has been in boxing longer than Conor Benn. Conor Benn ain't really done fuck all. He ain't done fuck all. He's been telling Eddie Hearn to match him up with all these shit opponents. This is what I mean about Conor Benn, man. Conor Benn has had 3 fights in the last 3 years. 3 fights in the last 3 years. If you have so you're fighting once a year. Once a year will diminish your career. I'm telling you. Once a year, fights will diminish your career. This is why you got to stay active in boxing. You got to stay active. And this is why he's not moving forward in boxing. He's not moving forward. He hasn't won nothing in boxing. Yeah? No IVF, no British World titles, nothing. Like, you've got Eddie Hearn is one of the biggest promoters, yeah? Eddie Hearn can get him up with one of these big fights to get him a belt at least. You got the surname of Ben. You got the surname of Ben. But back to Chris Eubanks, man. Chris Eubanks, I think he should just move forward and go and face Jamal Charlo and try go for one of these fights, man. Big fights, man. Or even go and fight Canelo. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think he's going to beat Canelo right now. Do you know what I mean? I think he just take some time off and do what he needs to do, man. Chris Eubanks needs to take some time off and just think about what he needs to do right now, because Chris Eubanks can fight one of these big fights, because Chris Eubanks' surname alone holds a lot of weight, you know, the father's legacy. So matching him up with any of these other fighters in America will be a big fight. It can sell out easily as well, do you know what I mean? But Conor Benn on the other side right now, he needs to think about what he needs to do right now, because Conor Benn needs to ask himself one question. What do you want to be in boxing? Do you want to be a world champion? Do you want to be a YouTube fighter? Do you want to fight UFC fighters? Do you just want to just fight Chris Eubanks again because your dad wants to get 1 point back on fucking Chris Eubanks Senior? Like, come on, guys, man. Like, it's 3-0 to the Eubanks family. Like, Conor Benn needs to ask himself, what do you want to be? Because it's like you're scared of people in your own division. Like, you got Jerome Boots Ernest, who's worked with Eddie Hearn. Like, come on. Go and fight someone in your own division. Become a champion. But I don't think Conor Benn wants it enough as he does, you know, guys, man. I just think he just want to cash out as much as he can without having a belt and just walk sailing away in the sunset with all these millions of pounds, man, guys, man. Enough said, man. But, guys, man, we've got our sponsor here, 360 Clean. Scan the QR code, get 30% off. Our QR code is PBoxingKO. They've done a superb job at my house. They clean carpets, mattresses, and sofas and patios, guys. So, yeah, man, guys. Even bins as well. Scan the QR code, get the 30% off, man. Thank you for watching so much. I'll see you next time in the video.